Guys, you know the expression, don't let the bed bugs bite, and with spring break just around the corner, we want to make sure that that does not happen, Danielle.
That is right. Here to give us some tips on how to prevent bed bugs and show us a new alternative to detecting them is Sue Hagberg from the Canine Detection and Inspection Service. Sue, we are very excited to have you. This is kind of an unorthodox segment, but very, very useful. So how do people first detect bed bugs?
Well, first of all, it's very brave of JAM to even want to do this because nobody ever wants to talk about them.
But it's important because it's pervasive over the city.
Yeah.
Very much so. These bugs have evolved with us since the beginning of time, and they're pretty much here to stay.
Yeah, they're here to stay. Like, I've had bed bugs, in my house for last week. I just didn't tell you. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm going by Sue.
I'm totally kidding.
But
what, everybody has that, they hear about them, but in my mind, I have this idea of like, an ant, like that you see. What do they look like, actually?
Well, they vary in size. When they hatch out, they're about the size of a poppy seed and very clear. And they're very hard to detect because they're so small. The adult is about a small apple seed. So they're very cryptic
look
in
at them
nature.
right there. So that's how they can
that's
look.
pretty gross. And they're very cryptic in nature, and they like to hide. So
Yeah,
that's
usually
where
we
they're
tell
hard
people to
detect.
remove their children from the room. Maybe stop eating your breakfast right now is what we should be telling people.
And so sometimes, like that photo right there, they're not all over. There's just a few, and so they're harder to detect. So what is the best way to find them?
Well, the reason the canines have been brought back to detect them is because they can detect a single bug. The training is very much like it would be for a drug dog or a bomb dog. We're just training them to detect a bug.
Okay.
So now a lot of people say traveling can bring home those bed bugs to you. Is there anything you do pre-travel, post-travel to ensure that you don't get these bed bugs?
Well, you always have to be very precautionary. This is a bug that likes to travel with us. It can't fly, it can't hop like a flea, but it is a good hitchhiker. So because it feeds on your blood, mammal blood, it wants to go with the food source. So make sure that your items while traveling are in a Ziploc bag, contained in luggage and safe. I never put them in drawers. Keep them very safe.
Okay, so you actually brought a canine today to detect where the bed bugs are to kind of show us how this works.
This is a new alternative, right?
It's the best way to find them, right?
Well, it's another tool in the toolbox. Are you ready for that or not quite?
Yeah, bring it up, bring them on in.
let's do it.
This is Junior, my handler, and Link, and he is going to detect the bugs in one of these pieces of luggage.
Okay.
So there's bed bugs in one of these three pieces. Sue, you're telling me this dog, Link's the name of the dog? You're telling me Link can detect bed bugs in one of these three?
If there's bugs in the bag, Link's gonna...
I hope my strong odor over
live
here
bed
doesn't ruin
bugs.
this experiment.
No.
Okay, let's do it.
All right.
So what happens if he finds the bug? What does he do?
Well, they have a trained alert, and he is going to detect the bag that has the bugs in them. It's a trained response.
So will he sit, or what will he do with his body?
This dog actually sits and will stare on the bag that has them.
Got it.
Seems to be really interested in that first one.
Yeah, that first one seems...
Yeah, and there's a lot of air movement going on here, so he has to put it all in his mind which one has them. And I just moved him from over the chair here, so it takes a couple there.
Hey, okay.
Wow, so that's the one.
That's the one.
Hey, all right, Link.
That's the one.
Wow.
That's impressive.
That was very
So
quick.
that's a dog that, is there a lot of dogs that can do this, I guess, Sue, is my question, or is this?
They usually use a hound mix or
Okay.
a lab mix. A dog that has a longer snout is used for this type of work, bloodhounds and so on and so forth.
So that's an interesting move. Definitely something people should look for if they want to prevent getting bed bugs, because as you see from the images, nobody wants
Nobody
bed
wants
bugs.
to bring them home. It's an
No.
expensive endeavor to eradicate them.
It seems like it. So as we head to break, we're going to take a look inside at those bed bugs in there.
Who
But
is?
for more information,
Danielle, go ahead.
For more information on bed bugs and the Canine Inspection Program, head to their website at canineinspection.com.